Now, what the fuck do I say that hasn't already been goddamn said about games journalists? I know, I get it. Oh, it's just one journalist. Nah, they all of them that they network. You know, they share opinions, they share information across each other, and when one shits on something, you know they're all okay. Maybe one will give this game a 7 out of 10. Maybe another will give it an 8. But at the end of the day, if you understand that game journalists don't actually aren't really gamers, and even if they are, there's quite a bit of curation that they do to where they're like, okay, we have to give it this range. We have to give this game this range, and another game another range. Oh, this is one of our constituents. Give it a 9 out of 10. Cause fuck it. And this just again further reiterates the fact that they don't actually care for the game. And even if everything in what he said is true, take a drink. Ugh. Even if everything this journalist says is true, we're talking a game that, had like hundreds of thousands of players day one, right? Completely obliterated. Like, I think it's the number one played game on Steam right now. And okay, it's button heads with games like PUBG, games that, have like a dedicated audience. But it's also button heads with other games like Dune Awakening, which is popular. But they don't care about any of that because they have, their constituents, their products, their AAA game companies that, wine and dine them, so they have to give them a higher rating than they do a game that the consumer actually legitimately wants. And they really just don't listen to the consumer whatsoever. And when it just further reiterates the fact that nobody cares for games journalism. Like, I do think you have to take into consideration the consumers. It's like, at the end of the day, why do you make a game? Why do you put a product on the market? Well, clearly for people to buy it, right? Like, I mean, why the fuck else would you put on all the risk, take all the risk upon yourself, hire people, pay them to put out a product, but then you have to butt heads with rules and legislation of like, Steam, the platform, and then whatever rules and regulation that's in the country that you're in, then rules and regulations of other countries like in the EU and Australia, which have Karens that absolutely do care about the video games that are being sold, even if you don't. Right? And then you have the butt heads with journalists like this, which place themselves as yet another risk for absolutely no reason because they just want to have power over publishers and studios and game companies and game teams. Why the fuck else would you make a game like this if not to sell to the consumer? What do you think, the sales don't matter? Even though that's the entire point of making the game. So, a 6 out of 10, like, yeah, a lot of, like, game journalists has these stupid fucking, like, what they can, like, tables, which they consider good or bad games. Like, I did a video on IGN and some former IGN journalist defending their leveling scale, and the way she did is like, okay, there's so many games that come out that are like shovelware and fit within these categories. And my argument was, okay, so if the list itself exists to take in consideration games that you'll never see I'll never see, you'll never review, but they're there, just in the ether. The problem is the system, like the grading system they're using, and obviously when slapping a numerical value for good or bad on anything, like obviously it's effectively subjective. But people want to know if what the fuck they're buying is worth their money, right? Like I doubt PC Gamer or whatever this fucking GN. Like I doubt they'll ever talk about what Outer Worlds 2 is doing. Because to them, the price doesn't fucking matter. I mean, above the fact that they just don't shit on games from AAA companies because they're incapable. Because why would they go after the constituents, the people that wine and dine them? Like the consumer, the gamer isn't their constituent anymore. Like you are not the constituent, the company is. You know, the AAA Western companies are, and other games journalists that, okay, you see the 6 out of 10, well, look at like IG and Kotaku and see what the fuck they put as a score. Okay, maybe one will raise to a 7 out of 10, but I don't think some will even go to like a 5 out of 10. So, but it also often looks great, but features solid combat design and remains exciting throughout. It lets down, though, by a dull plot and a bland cast of characters who fail to make its story consistently compelling over the course of its runtime. I mean, do you think people play this game for the story and the characters, or do they play it because Eve is hot? Do you think, like, I don't fucking care for the story. I mean, it's, it's shift up. Like, if I want a story driven game, I'd play yet another fucking game from them, which is Nikkei Gods of Victory. Fantastic story with fantastic characters. And because that game got popular, they're like, we'll try a AAA product such as Stellar Blade, and look, and they still shit on it. Like they're always shitting on the little guy, who tasked to take the risk. Never on the giant multi-billion-dollar Western gaming companies, which shit on their consumers and shit on the IPs. Don't care for the product. Don't care for the people that pays for the product. Nah, they gotta shit on Shift Up and Stellar Blade. Like, get the fuck out of here with that shit. But anyway, my rant's over. It's done. Fuck whoever the PC Gamer Network, the fuck. I don't know. Fuck them. Peace.